Nerd Takes.
Nerd Takes.
I'm John.
Justin.
With us again is Mr. Brian Bauer.
Hello.
And Mr. Justin Sywell.
How we doing?
And today we are taking a look at another new one that we've never had, the Reveries. This is a 17-year kind of store pick, also from the juice box that we were all we were members of, and it's called Goliath. So it's called Goliath because there was actually another one from the Reveries that they did. It was a 7-year, and they called that one David. So I actually have both of them.
Okay,
I guess in
like
retrospect,
that.
I probably should have brought David too, so we could do a comparison.
David versus Goliath.
Duh.
Yeah.
So
Kind of missed the boat on that one.
we kind of missed the boat on that one.
what you
now that
could do
I'm-
is bring that next time, and we can just time the release of these so that they line up right next to each other.
I mean, we could.
We could do
He's
that.
got I don't have the Harvard degree. He does.
I'm saying that's right.
Apparently, that's what it does. So, lots of questions on this one because it comes from the Reveries, which we're not familiar with. So I'll go into that. So the Reveries is an experiential whiskey project, an open invitation from Take, spelled T-H-K-E, to experience whiskey like never before through bottlings available nationwide and through single barrel experiences in person in Middleburg, Virginia. Always cast strength and always hand selected by Take, these releases shine through their quality, their distinct profiles, and their unmatched curation. Always bottled at cast strength without coloring, filtering, or additives, these whiskeys and beyond are a glimpse in the avant-garde and illustrative mind of Take. Next question. Who the fuck is Take? His name is Jay West. So in 2015, he started writing about spirits on his own site. In 2020, his site, Take Review, was actually acquired by Abrams Media in the first acquisition of its kind. And then for the last 5 years, he's worked as chief spirits critic and co-founder of Bottle Raiders.
It's not Take?
I don't know. It could be Take. It could be Take. I'm saying Take. It could be Take. I have no idea.
It's T8KE.
So
I don't
I'm saying
like it.
Take.
So it's got to be Take.
It's got to be
Oh,
Take.
yeah. No,
Take.
sorry. I was thinking Take. That was.
It could be
like
Take-key.
A Japanese.
It could be
guy
Take-key.
or something.
Take-key? Take-key?
I mean, it's a
Take-key.
white dude. I saw.
I
a
don't
picture
like
of
it.
him.
It's trying too hard to be
Oh,
cool.
whatever. His day job is principal whiskey maker for Province Bourbon,
Blue milk.
and his new bottling project, the Reveries. When he's not doing spirits reviews, he's keeping up with the press. He's running he's obviously running the internet's most prolific single barrel program and making selections and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The interesting thing about this one is that it is what's known as a buff turkey. So what's a buff turkey?
That works out.
Yeah, it's a turkey that works out. So this I got from, it was Whiskey Raiders or some kind of website. While we can't officially confirm the genesis or the yield, both Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey declined to request comment. In March 2009, Buffalo Trace distilled a mash bill of 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% barley, which is the Wild Turkey mash bill, and entered that liquid into a number 4 char International Stave Company barrels. But the other interesting thing is that this is at Buffalo Trace's barrel entry proof, which is 125, not Wild Turkey's, which is like one lower. I can't remember what it is. It's 110, 115, whatever. While the mash bill was Wild Turkey's, the yeast and grains were both Buffalo Trace's. The barrels matured for at least 14 years at Wild Turkey, at which point the team at Wild Turkey decided the taste, decidedly good and lacking faults, was not the profile for their products. The fruits of this endeavor were then sold to brokers, and most of it was snapped up by non-distiller producers and brought to market under various labels and barrel clubs. I actually this is the third one that I have now.
Okay.
Nearly 24 separate labelings containing buff turkey, ranging from 14 years to 16 years, have hit the market, typically priced between $250 and $399. This is 17 years. Its proof is 130.6. It's obviously, we already talked about the mash bill, and the cost was $375.
They're proud of it. So is we.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they are, and it's the uniqueness of it.
Right,
Of that,
yeah.
it's Buffalo Trace doing Wild Turkey a solid in 2009,
yeah.
and then they did the distilling, sent it to Turkey. It was all aged at Turkey, and then they sold off all the barrels because it doesn't match what they were trying to do, which kind of makes sense. Tasting notes. I actually found the review of this exact bottle on Reddit from I don't know who did it, but it was like the user is a guy who was in on the pick, guy or
Okay.
girl who was in on
Yeah.
the pick. So I can save those notes for later. Spoiler alert: he gave it a 10. Whatever.
Surprise.
A big surprise there, but we do have some notes to compare off of.
Well, I'll start with those.
What do you think?
First of all, it took me. I mean, you probably been while you're talking about all this stuff about the background of this bottle. I've nosed this 50 times.
Yeah.
And only because the first
It needs to open up.
only because the first 30, I was like,
It needs to open. I know.
it was like
I saw
smelling salts. I was like, what the fuck?
I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
it was quite pungent.
hit him hard.
Stung the nostrils.
Stung the nostrils.
However, since I've had a drink, it actually has become much more mellow. So I am getting a lot of cherries. I'm getting some. I mean, you can throw the baking spices in there, but
Can I throw something out there?
please,
Toasted marshmallows.
Yes. I was picking
Yeah,
up a
that's
marshmallow
great.
note.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would even go as far as to say like this is like even with the graham cracker like that. Like this
yeah,
this
s'more.
tastes
Yeah.
like it smells like a s'more.
Yeah.
So I was getting vanilla custard on the first.
And there is a hint of chocolate in there too.
Okay, chocolate.
It's. I mean, again, once you get past the
Mm-hmm.
You've got to let it.
incredible,
No, this is
stringency.
yeah. You got to.
yeah.
Well, and you just got to let it sit.
Right.
Like most reviews that like I found this one on Reddit, like it's pouring it, letting it sit for 15 minutes
Yeah.
Really?
That makes
before
sense.
you even before
I
you
waited
even
like 5
touch
minutes and it still was pretty rough. But now,
Right.
now it's getting a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's tropical fruits again, but everything's been baked pineapple, and
which tracks because
Yeah.
it's
it's old.
17 years old.
Sure.
Yeah. You want me to?
Yeah. Give us the
through.
nose. Yeah.
So it's rich, sweet, fruity, and dark. Raspberry syrup, sweet tea, orange candy, dark oak, gooey butter cake, fizzy cola, which could have been the
Yeah, that might have been, yeah.
vanilla bean, and allspice.
Gooey butter cake making it into something outside of St. Louis is pretty.
Oh no, this is from St. Louis.
This
Yeah.
is definitely
Like,
St.
so,
Louis.
so the person who wrote this was in on the pick with the juice
Oh,
box because
okay.
we were able to
Okay.
get this through the same club that we got the other one through.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
probably a local guy
Okay.
or gal.
So are we doing?
I get the allspice too. I didn't
No,
call
it's
out that note,
Exceptionally complex. on the
but
nose.
yeah,
It's
I get
very-
that. Now that you say it, so again, possibly power of suggestion, but it was like there's a spice. There's something.
There's
in
a
there.
spice
Yeah.
aspect to it, yeah, for sure. Palate.
I mean, there's a lot of layers to this.
There's so much going on.
And it initially
mean-
just kind of punches you like that. First,
It does
that
at first,
sip
but
was
then
like,
when you add some water, though, you're right. It is significantly
So-
different. So good.
There's a term called rancio that's used to describe wines, used in Spanish wine a lot, and can be thrown into spirits. That the root word is rancid, right? But it doesn't mean that it's rancid. It just means it's these things to where we're starting to reach that transition between the whiskey flavors are losing out to the barrel flavors, the
Mhm.
flavors from the wood itself.
Yeah.
So, and which is more of that. It's spices, but it's like that wet wood and that cooked wood and things like that. I'm of the mindset personally, I don't like whiskeys over 15 years old. I think that
you're playing with fire. You're
Yeah.
teetering you're teetering the line between over oaked.
yes,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, exactly right.
I agree. Yep.
But that said, the complexity of the nose carries over to the palate. It is very, very complex. I feel that it's kind of hot. I do think some mellowing, or now that we've gotten the fresh crack out of the way, 6 months from now it'd be really interesting to try this and see how it's opened up and things like that. But it's very complex. I get a lot of tea on the palate, a very warm hug here. But I think it's very good. It's very well made. So
Justin.
I get a vanilla.
Okay.
There is like there's a lot going on.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to push into finish, but also like if you just let it sit for a bit in your mouth, like it changes.
Yeah.
I'm not typically one for complex, but I like that. I don't know. This is hard to pinpoint, but I definitely I taste like something creamy or
Right.
vanilla,
Burnt sugar,
very sweet, lots of sugar. I do get a hint of spice and heat to it. And it lingers for a while. There's a lot going on with this. I have other thoughts, but I'm going to hold off on them.
Yeah, I mean, black tea,
Mhm.
it is very oaky. It's very woody.
Mhm.
There are some baking spices in there. Black pepper, honestly. Spice spice throughout.
Yeah, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm not
vanilla.
after taking a sip and then going back to the nose.
Yeah.
I get the spices. I get the allspice, the cinnamon, like everything that you just
Mhm.
said. Like not overpowering, like in a great way,
Yeah.
but it's very.
But I
It's
get
that baking spices.
I get the sweetness, but not at all from fruit. It's much more from, again, the woodiness, the sugars of the barrel.
Yeah, the fruit's really in the background
100%
on the
right.
nose after I tasted it. And
On
went
the
back,
nose.
the fruit.
I'm not even getting it on the palate at
Yeah.
all.
So palate, the initial is extremely dense, driven with intense oak sugars with a mix of herbal, spice, and fruit notes. Butterscotch, maple, black and green tea, blackberry, brown butter, cinnamon, cherry, orange cream soda, and deep rich oak.
Orange
I say the orange
soda.
cream is
That might
out
have been
for
what
me,
you
but-
That
might have been what you got.
was.
Everything
Yeah.
else. I
Yeah,
can-
yeah.
I can find my way to.
I hear most of those things,
Oh.
but yeah.
Okay.
But on the finish though, I get the almost like a Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
like a rich cola
Yeah.
of sorts.
Yeah.
It's got a very good finish.
It's long.
It's long.
It's very
yes.
long. I don't necessarily like it as much as maybe some of the other ones we've had recently, in that it's more hot and
Yeah,
not
even if I
warm.
watered it down, it's warm. It's still really hot, and it's kind of like so hot it's making me.
But
hiccup
it's a very high proof, like so I kind of expected that already going
Right.
into it. This is
Yeah.
not something that I would. I don't know. This is the end of the night pour. This is night time.
Yeah.
Let's have one of these.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Let's speed this process up. Justin's got to go to bed. Get up early tomorrow.
Right.
Daddy needs some rest.
So yeah. And it gets hard to follow that up.
That's frighteningly accurate.
Yeah.
You need to call
But
it
it's
a
very
night.
good. It's very good. What are we supposed to get on the finisher?
So it's long, sweet, and way too easy for the proof. Orange creamsicle, barrel char, tobacco, deep caramel, concentrated raspberry, dry leather, waffle cone, and pepper.
I should have said tobacco.
You
and
should have
leather.
said
I know
leather.
why-
You didn't say leather.
I know I should have said both.
Leather
those.
and tobacco are definitely there.
Yeah.
It's like
Leather.
a shoe store.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right about that. But I think that's the thing, and I do kind of agree with you. And this is going to be the most pompous fucking thing I've ever said. But having had like Pappies that are aged past 15 years, having had the 23, what is it, the 20?
And yeah,
Having had those two are like, in my opinion, like some of the worst ones that they offer.
Yeah.
Because it tastes like wood, like leather, like you're sucking on a
Yep.
tree.
I
And
was
moss, and it's just not even good moss, like scotchy moss. Like
Yeah,
it
right.
is
Peat
like
moss.
eating dirt.
Peat moss.
Yep.
But not in the
It's-
good way.
Not
I was
in
at
the
a
good
party
way.
one time where
the bad
Pappy
way.
23 was open and Pappy 15 was open, and nobody looked at the bottle of 15. It was collecting dust, and everybody was crowding around the 23.
way.
And I was able to
Give me
walk
that
up and
15.
Yeah, the 15.
Yeah, totally.
Give me that
Yeah.
15. Yeah.
And I
for
like the
sure.
Rip 10. I think it's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, it's very
Yeah, the 10-year. Yep.
And so that for me, like the finish notes, that's why I don't necessarily like a lot of that, because it has been in the barrel for so long. I appreciate like the complexity of it, but it has for this one. This is teetering though. This isn't
Yes,
this
this
isn't
doesn't-
the
no,
Pappy
This
23,
doesn't taste over
but it's
oaked.
right up. It's right up
No.
against it. It's
Yeah.
right up
And
against
a
it.
friend of mine had what was it, Elijah Craig 23 that he had opened. He had got it secondary and was having buyer's remorse for having paid so much. And he was going to a big baller tasting, and he took that and fresh cracked it at the tasting. And they were all raving about it. And he was like, I think this is terrible. I think it's horrible. And then 6 months later, he got invited to a different baller tasting. And he's like, Well, I'm just going to grab that because everybody else seemed to like it. And he's like, it's the best whiskey I've ever had. Because 6 months of mellowing in the bottle with a little bit of oxygen in there helped kind of move it along. It's like a wine that's been opened. It progresses once it's been opened.
Yeah.
But it's kind of inert until it's been opened.
I mean, I'll echo that. I've got a particular bourbon downstairs that I bought right when I moved into this place. I hated it. Every time you guys are over, a different group of guys are over, anyone's over, it's always sitting out like, please drink this. Except it was a couple months ago, we did drink it as a group, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good now. Right. So it like now it's actually one of my favorite bottles to go to. So yeah.
Which one?
It's the Laws.
Okay.
Oh, right. JD Laws.
Yep. Yeah. Now it's good. At the time when I bought it, I did not like it at all. I was like, this is terrible.
Ratings.
Who's starting first? Me?
We'll go Sywell.
Fuck.
Yeah.
This has me fucked up.
Pressure's on.
Because I don't like the price point at all. But I really like this bourbon. I really like this. And normally I don't like the complexity, but I do in this case.
You know, we've done this before where we've given
like
2 numbers.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
You've done that where I've seen on the
value rating
graphics where you're like,
versus
here's what my flavor is, and here's what I based on what I would have to pay for it.
This has me fucked up.
Right. We've definitely done that before.
And we've also, let's be real, like break the fourth wall a little bit here. Like I was also the person who has always been the curmudgeon price conscious guy.
Yeah.
But then we had the cellar age maker's mark. I was like, this is great. Let's do it.
But you also give the highest ratings for the most expensive bottles.
And that's been my only 10, and I still stand by that.
It was the only one that you were willing to pay secondary for.
100%. Yeah.
So I think let's do this. Let's give a rating for overall flavor, and then give a second rating based on price.
Based on price, yeah.
Overall, and this is the other thing, is it's overly complex for what I normally like, except I like the complexity in this. This is very good. I would easily put me at an 8.5 to a 9, ignorant of price.
Yeah.
So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt as, say, a 9. I really like this. I would really enjoy this as a night. To me, this is almost one of those where I would spend the night. I don't know if this is good or bad, but like sipping on this and like exploring it almost like while I'm reading a novel or like socializing with good friends and saying like, what am I getting out of this? And like continuously finding new things.
Nerding out on it.
Yeah, it's perfect. I like it.
Creating your own nerd take.
My nerd
Just
take.
keep the
is
camera
ongoing.
rolling for about 4 hours.
Turn off.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I would watch that.
Just live stream it on
Deep
YouTube.
Thoughts by Justin
Light a
Simon.
candle. Turn the lights down.
You know, actually,
Light a
my
cigar.
first podcast was Deep Thoughts with deep voices.
Yeah.
And it was myself and a
Fantastic.
friend of mine named Jonathan, who also has a very deep voice.
Yeah.
Anyway, price conscious though. What was it?
$375.
$370. I'm not paying $400 for this. I can't. At that price point, that drops me down into the Dagobah 7-ish area. I can't bring myself to say, yeah, let me pay $400 for this. No, that's not going to happen. But
Yeah.
take it down even just a little. We take it down to 200 and I'm back up into that area. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to do a value rating because I do this for a living. So it's like I like to evaluate the taste. What's inside the bottle? That's all I'm thinking about. I don't even care about the marketing or anything else. So to me, this is a New Hope Luke. It's 8.5. I think it's very, very good. It may not necessarily be my personal preference as far as what I'm going to drink. However, I'm very curious to try it again at a later time after it's sat and mellowed a little bit in the bottle. Because that rating could go up. The little rancio things and that all is carried by the alcohol molecules that are kind of popping out because it's been trapped in there for so long, and so they're attaching themselves to the alcohol molecules that I'm smelling and tasting. So I think it could actually get better as it sits for a little bit. So I'm going New Hope.
So New Hope. Give them those 2 scores.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to echo the New Hope score. I think that 8.5 is this is very, very good. I'm leaning towards Red 5, but
Mhm.
I'm going to say New Hope. And then if I'm being price conscious, I'm going to drop it down to Dagobah. Yeah, 7. 8.57.
Mhm.
I still think it's very good. I have bottles that are, this price or close to it, and I don't know. I just think that sometimes when you start getting up into that dollar amount, you expect it to be very good, and it doesn't really disappoint.
It doesn't disappoint. Yeah, it is very good.
It is very
So-
good.
It doesn't, and it's unique.
Yeah.
In that, like
Mhm.
So maybe
the whole buff,
That's a fair-
the whole buff turkey
So let me-
turkey aspect. Like
Yeah.
eventually, there's
Yeah.
not going to be any of these anymore.
So
That's
let-
fair to
So
the
let me
value.
change mine. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of this out. I'm
It's-
actually going to
it's
say Red 5 Luke on the overall taste,
Mhm.
Okay.
and I'm going to say Stormtrooper Luke based on price consciousness. 9.8.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair. Like, I am overly price conscious.
Yeah, no,
right?
no,
That's
yeah.
kind of my place. But also, to be fair, like my price consciousness comes from the idea that you could always get this. And John, you bring up a good point of you can't always
cannot
get
The
this.
finite amount.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This again, the idea of a single barrel of like
Mhm.
this will never exist again.
Right.
It's a snapshot in time.
It's a snapshot in time, and like as of this moment, like there are no bottles available
Yeah.
of this
That's a good point.
anywhere, as far as I know. Actually, there was one a few months ago. But I will go 9 as well.
Mhm.
I will go Red 5 Luke. I'll just go Red 5 Luke.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I like that.
I'm the guy who paid for it, so like
Yeah.
I don't need to do.
So
the
you're
price.
happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to do the price.
He's going to do Red 5 and then Jedi Luke. That's how.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. But like this was, this was good. This is, you never know what you're going to get with the single barrel. I've had, I think I mentioned it. Like I have 2 other buff turkeys.
Mhm.
One is
Great.
quite good. The other is eh.
Fine.
So I wasn't sure
Sure.
what this was going to be, and I'm
Hey,
happy
as
with
they
this
say,
purchase.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. you
2
know?
out of 3 ain't
Right.
bad. Meatloaf.
Yeah. Given the I'm not changing my score by any means, but like given the exclusivity, and also if I had paid 3 whatever for the 375 or whatever for this,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel bad about it. I'd be like, well, maybe don't tell too many people what I paid for it. But
I'd be
Too late.
leading with that.
I wouldn't necessarily
Or
tell
tell
Megan.
them and
I would
say,
definitely lead with this is what I paid for it.
and by the way, you're
better
not allowed to
fucking
have
enjoy
this.
it.
Right.
Yeah. You didn't make the cut.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
get any of this.
Can we try that? Let's try.
Nah,
Let's
you've already had a drink.
let's try David. Let's not try Goliath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
David's a 7-year.
yeah. I like the idea of let's cut this so there's a David versus Goliath. I think.
Well, I can bring the other 2 after this one opens up, and we can try all 3.
Sure.
Let's do
That's
it.
perfect. Let's do that.
Yeah,
I guess I will.
I guess so. Oh, twist your arm.
Yeah. All right.
So
Cool.
the Reveries, and interest. It sounds like they've got another pick from the Reveries coming up. I don't know what it's going to be because this is non-distiller producer, so who knows where it's going to come from, but. They seem to be making decent picks,
Yeah.
so I guess I'll keep
I
buying
have
them.
to buy one next time. So
Yeah. Nerd takes.
bye bye.